What is it with you guys? We're standing, they're not. What more do you want?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So why don't you show me what you plan to do about them? I don't think so.
Katrina Porter!
Anna Sareen!
Hey everyone, and welcome to Split Happens.
Welcome everybody.
Each episode, Katrina and I go through a movie we both truly love, but only one of us gets to show it because the other person will have to attack it as the con of the episode. I'm not complaining, I get to defend it today.
I know, I'm the con.
Sorry, Katrina.
Do you want to know what I'm going to do?
Please, tell me.
I'm going to attack this movie like it's a once-in-a-generation tournament in another dimension. And at the end, I will claim a flawless victory.
Oh, well, if it's a flawless victory you're after, that must mean we're talking about 1995's Mortal Kombat.
So good.
I can't wait to talk about this one. I have to confess something now.
What?
I did something kind of similar to what I did another episode.
With
where
Roger Rabbit?
Is that what it was? Yes. I did look up quite a lot.
Oh my god, and you didn't write it down, so you're just going off of your brainials?
I did look up quite a lot.
Yes, I love this game.
I wrote down some, for sure. So, once again, folks, believe at your own discretion.
You can't trust us, basically. Love us, don't trust us.
Yeah, definitely don't trust us. Nothing I say is real. I don't know why people, especially like in text and stuff, I don't know why anybody believes anything I say.
Yeah, it's all lies.
It is. It's all, but well-meaning lies. Not like deceitful lies, like dummies lies.
Here's my disclaimer for this movie.
Oh, okay.
I took a lot of notes, more notes than I thought I would. I feel like all of my notes are completely out of context. So I'm just going to throw my opinions in, even if they don't fit with what we're talking about.
Loving that journey.
Yeah.
Hopefully people have just figured out we never actually want to attack any of these. That's kind of the point. Yes. So we've really given up on actual legitimate. I mean, some of them were legitimate.
Oh.
Some attacks. Oh no, this movie has some.
I think I might have one or two legitimate attacks.
I think I told you earlier. This movie is terrible and so enjoyable.
Oh.
It's wonderful.
Again, if you are a person that is prone to have a stick up your ass, pull that stick out and watch this movie. You cannot watch this movie with a stick up your ass, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, don't go into this thinking it's going to be Casablanca. You know it's not.
No.
Was Casablanca in black and white?
Yes.
See, already this movie has something up on Casablanca. We do have a rule here because this is a game. Our rule is that if you were the con of the episode and you have to attack, you have to attack it. You actually have to say things against it, whether it's silly attacks or serious attacks. You cannot say nice things about it. If you do, you incur a penalty, and you're going to have to say something nice about the movie that you hate the most. I won't talk about my movie today because you're the con, so we'll just ask you what your movie is that you hate the most.
Hannibal.
I think it was 2002, maybe.
I hate it so much.
Yeah, you do.
Everyone knows.
Well,
everybody knows. I hate Hannibal.
I'm so glad we don't have to scream out pro anymore for movies and we just discuss it like adults.
Oh, like pump up the volume?
I think we already have that on our list.
We do.
I actually just listened to that soundtrack the other day.
Everybody knows.
I don't know why I said that. I listened to it today.
Time has no meaning.
It is not. No, none. If you break the rule, if I catch a rule break from you and you say something nice about the movie during the synopsis, which is the only time you actually have to attack it. So before and after, you're totally fine. If I catch a rule break, I'm going to smash a button and you're going to hear the sound.
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
Oh, disclaimer.
Uh-oh. Does that have to do with ice?
Nah, your girl hasn't been drinking. So, could be a little slushy.
I was slushy at trivia last night. I got a little slush.
Can we give a shout out to our guy, Andy Morton?
I will always give a shout out to Andy Morton.
He's awesome and great. And give me more adjectives.
He might be one of the most delightful people I think I've ever met.
He's fucking funny, man. And he's great at trivia.
Do you know he's in a band?
No.
I think it's Danger Bob.
Oh my god, I love that. Can you go ahead and give me some info about Mortal Kombat so I can have some booze?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay.
This movie came out in 1995, like I said.
With the year I graduated from high school.
You said it, not me. I believe it started filming in August and it wrapped up in December. So it was a very short, I mean, that seems short to me.
This movie took 4 months to film?
Yeah, they had to film some of it in Thailand. I know for sure they had to shoot the scenes of Goro, the big, 8,000 armed guy or whatever. They had to film that in LA, I believe, because they could not bring that ridiculous structure over there, because if it would have fallen in the water, because in order to get to their location in Thailand, they had to do it by boat.
When you talked about Goro, you just did jazz hands.
Yeah, I did. Well, they had to, so it was, a lot of it was in Thailand, which they had to travel by boat, and they could not bring that because if it had fallen in the water, it would have been destroyed, because I think it needed 80 people or something insane to operate it. The budget for this movie was $20 million. You know that's a good amount for what this is. We've done enough of these movies. Do we know that 20 million is not a ton for something that needs a lot of special effects and CGI?
Right.
It definitely did well. It was a success, probably because there was a lot of people like you and me who traveled a distance just to go see this at a better theater.
Yeah, we did.
And then we did it again for Annihilation.
Yeah, we did.
No regrets. It grossed $122 million.
What?
Mm-hmm. Did great. This movie was directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. He had done one movie prior to this, and they had seen it. I can't remember, it's called Shoppers maybe, or something like that. Shopping. But this was, I mean, for all intents and purposes, this was basically his first film.
Okay.
He did Event Horizon.
Oh, okay.
He did another Resident Evil.
No, that's not correct.
It was another game franchise movie, for sure.
Mario Brothers.
It was not that.
Masters of the Universe.
Not a video game.
Lara Croft.
Tomb Raider? No, he did not do that, I don't think.
Okay.
It was something. It was like I think it was Resident Evil.
I don't think so.
The soundtrack's a big part of this. I mentioned this in the last episode. I can't hear the name Mortal Kombat without immediately thinking Mortal Kombat. It was the first platinum EDM records. The EDM's type of music.
Is that like sex stuff where you tie each other up? Or...
That's S&M.
Oh.
EDM was is a type of music. It's like techno.
Techno? Oh,
I mean, basically,
okay.
Yeah. The soundtrack became the first platinum EDM record ever in history. And it's funny because the producers for this were rejected by both Sony and Virgin Records for producing the film soundtrack because they wanted to use EDM, electronic dance music.
Oh, electronic dance music.
Yeah. I'm so glad I wrote that down. I didn't want to have to guess. The record companies insisted they wanted big names like Van Halen and Janet Jackson. Let me ask you this, Katrina.
Okay, I have an answer.
Are you ready to get into this movie?
I am. I am ready. I'm excited, but I'm not. But I'm gonna do it. And yeah, I can do it. I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Play the fucking song.
Let the games begin!
Our movie begins in the raddest way possible, with someone yelling Mortal Kombat.
This song is aggressive.
Aggressively amazing.
It's like, I'm here, look at me.
And worship how fucking amazing I look.
All I'm saying is, I have the very top of my notes, I have a lot of questions.
About the song?
Just in general.
What do you want to know what this is? Mortal Kombat. But what is Mortal Kombat? It's Mortal Kombat.
See, that's a criticism. It doesn't say anything else. How do we know what it is?
It does say something else.
What?
A young guy is doing his absolute best to fight against our movie's villain, Shang Tsung, but he clearly does not have Shang Tsung's abilities.
This movie glorifies fire and dragons.
I was expecting violence. It's Mortal Kombat with a K. That's why you know it's serious.
You know, that bear didn't wear that hat and talk about not starting forest fires for all these years for this movie to come along.
Do you think this movie set other things aflame?
I do.
Huh. Shang Tsung is played by Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa. I'm going to make that the only time I say his name in this because I'm not 100% positive I said it correct.
I think that's for the best.
He was the filmmaker's first and only choice for Shang Tsung. He came to the audition in costume, and he read the lines while standing on a chair.
As you do.
This one does. He really wanted the part.
You know what he reminded me of?
Huh.
Through this whole movie?
Huh.
An Asian Stardom Numpsy.
Whoa, accurate.
Yeah, right? Golden Child?
Yeah, Charles Dance?
Yeah. Think it.
I don't know why you insist on calling me with the soft J. The Ayonti dagger. It was a strange choice.
I want the knife. Please.
Shang Tsung says, "Your brother's soul is mine, and you'll be next. If you don't be careful and study hard."
Did we miss an entire backstory? This movie starts and it's like we're supposed to know what's happening and we have absolutely no idea what's happening.
Yes, you do. It
How?
said it in the song in the beginning. Yeah, I'm sorry that that's all you heard from it. But what it was actually saying is, Liu Kang's brother was killed by this guy, and he's going to fight him, but he shouldn't have. Now Liu Kang has to avenge him. Mortal Kombat! He says, "Your brother's soul is mine, and you'll be next." And he is talking to a sleeping Liu Kang. And Liu Kang is played by Robin Shu. I sure hope that that's how his name is pronounced.
Do you think Steve Perry watched this movie and saw his Lou's hair and was like, bitch stole my look?
Ooh, maybe.
I mean,
His hair is fucking fabulous.
that is feathered to the gods.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. That's part of his power.
Mm-hmm. It looks ridiculous.
I'm in a
I said it looks ridiculous.
emotion.
I said it looks
No,
ridiculous.
first you said it was feathered to the gods.
That's not good.
Yes, it is.
That God doesn't want feathers.
Yes, he does. He gave all of his angels feathers. Actually, we'll talk about angels sometime because it's actually kind of terrifying. But yeah, that was a positive. Holy shit, you didn't think you were going to get any of this.
Oh, come on. Not about his hair. Okay. So, here is...
Okay, yeah, positive about Hannibal,
Here's
please.
a positive about Hannibal. It has Julianne Moore,
Yes.
who was wonderful in Boogie Nights. And she won an Oscar for that Alice movie where she was incredible. And so somebody had the intelligence to put her in this movie, and she had too much tequila one time and said yes.
I'll allow it.
Okay, thank you.
We see a telegram that has been sent to Liu Kang. And it just reads, and I quote, "Liu Kang, brother dead, return home, grandfather." The telegrams are expensive to send.
I feel like you get it. Yeah, I feel like you get more than 20 words.
What more words do you need?
Sorry. Love you. Don't cry for me.
Argentina?
Lou.
Liu Kang.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you know who it's going to. Brother dead.
Uh-huh.
That's the main function of the sentence.
Uh-huh.
Return home. so he knows what to do, and then grandfather, so he knows who it's coming from. What more do you need?
He went to the mommy dearest school of empathy.
Brother dead, return home. Up next is Sonya Blade, who I want to be for Halloween so bad.
I trust one person on this planet, Jax, and I'm talking to her.
You almost went full Sarah Connor there.
There are 12,400 bones in the body. That's one of them.
How many bones are there?
Million.
Okay. Sonya Blade is played by Bridget Wilson Sampras.
Oh, yeah, she's married to Pete Sampras, the tennis player. She's not good in this.
Okay, so she auditioned for this movie.
Really? I thought someone owed her a favor.
No, so I believe she auditioned. I'm 80%.
Okay.
No. I'm like 80% sure about that part. So she didn't get it. That's right. No, that is right. She didn't get it. So she did Billy Madison instead. The movie was actually, so this character was cast to Cameron Diaz.
Oh.
She broke her wrist.
Filming this?
Yes. So then they called her up. You're like, hey, you still interested? And she's like, fuck yeah, I am. So like immediately following wrapping up Billy Madison, she immediately went over to get started on the movie. She didn't even have any time to train. Her training came on the set, like filming.
Okay.
And I should mention, she insisted on doing all of her own stunts. She refused to use a double. And she ended up dislocating her shoulder during one scene, and they just popped it back in.
I think in general, she's probably a really good person and a hard worker. And she's great in Billy Madison.
Yes.
I think she's distractingly not good in this.
Well, she was last minute.
I know, but good for her. She has company.
I should mention quite a bit of this movie was ad-libbed.
Are you serious?
I'm completely serious. He encouraged that. The director encouraged that quite a lot. Yeah, isn't that cool?
No, I hate that. Follow the script.
Isn't that neat?
Nope.
I love this part. We see Sonya Blade because she's going through. She's a cop, right? And she and her team are in a nightclub, and you're not gonna believe this, but they're looking for Kano, which is kind of a recurring thing with her. And no one else in the club has done anything wrong, but Sonya's just straight up assaulting people.
Well, she just starts fucking shooting up the club, just all willy-nilly.
You know what, though? I don't have a problem with it because the club goers didn't have a problem with it. None of them seemed to care at all. Nobody was distracted. Everybody was continuing to dance.
Yeah, that's a con.
They were all on Molly. Oh, it was ecstasy. They were probably all on ecstasy. So they did not care whatsoever. It's just her like shoving her way through the crowd with a gun, which is kind of her thing. And then she shoots a guy, as you said, and then she says a line we hear a lot from her.
Where's Kano?
Where's Kano? Hey, who's ready for Johnny Cage?
Okay, not me. This guy seems like a real dickhead.
Oh, the character Johnny Cage?
Yeah.
Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's having to prove himself to the people, even though he's legitimate in his abilities.
Well, he's not friendly, boom.
Well, he is played brilliantly. Yeah. Brilliantly. By Lyndon Ashby. Ooh. Johnny Cage, we see him kicking a bunch of asses, but it's actually, he's shooting a movie. And I don't know if you noticed, but the director of said movie that he is doing, did you happen to notice him?
No.
Let me ask you this, Katrina.
Okay.
This is not an 80s movie, as we know.
Okay.
However, if there was an 80s movie director that would just show up, who would said director be?
There is absolutely no way Steven Spielberg is in this movie.
So Steven Spielberg was an avid fan of Mortal Kombat.
No.
And he was going to make a cameo as the director.
Okay.
But he had like a scheduling problem. So they got a character that looks exactly like Steven Spielberg.
What? That bitch.
He just fucking can't stay.
He can't
stay out of any of our movies. Every single one of them. I just about died on the floor. I almost fell over and died. And then my soul was going to be sucked out by Shang Tsung when I saw Steven Spielberg look like.
You wish.
Yeah, I do. Johnny Cage is invited to fight in a tournament. The tournament.
guy's like, Johnny, I can help you gain respect. Like, whoa, first of all, rude.
Ouch.
He's like, take this old scroll that you definitely can't read because it's not a coloring book. And then take this ratchet-ass boat to Hong Kong and fight in a tournament that happens once a generation.
Yeah. Cool, huh? It's like, it's not unlike a timeshare.
The tournament?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They have 12 commercials about how to get out of timeshares because they're a racket.
Yeah, but this is a tournament timeshare. So you go there, you do a little bit of fighting, you maybe have to sit through a couple of presentations about having a rental type place in Thailand, which is where this was. And, you know, you get a kind of a free vacation out of it and a cool boat and an excellent experience with other travelers that are different backgrounds and tax brackets.
And almost, and a coffin because you dead. Because you're in a tournament that no one survives.
Look, every timeshare is a risk. Lou Kang, he goes home, which is actually a temple, which is probably where grandfather was. Yeah?
Yeah, Lou's like, I want to fight to revenge my brother. And they're like, yeah, vengeance isn't good. And then he's like,
Yeah, it is.
I want to fight to save the fate of the world.
they're like, no, we don't need that. Let's see. I want to fight for a timeshare.
I want to fight for Steve Perry's hair.
Steve Perry. I should have been gone. Steve Perry wishes, and I love Steve Perry. But he never had locks like that.
He 1,000,000% stole Steve Perry's hair.
Hey, guess who shows up here with and wants to dress down Liu Kang for leaving? It's Raiden, Lord Raiden, and he is played again brilliantly by Christopher Lambert.
Wait, what's his name?
Lord Raiden. Uh-oh, did you get that wrong?
Well, I thought his name was Raven.
Oh, that's so Raiden.
What the fuck is Raiden's accent?
Well, you know, okay, so Christopher Lambert is French.
Dude.
He is French.
Okay. But
That's the same accent he had in Highlander, and nobody said a thing.
Point of clarification.
Yeah?
What is the accent he's doing in this movie?
French.
No.
Just gravelly.
No. Do you think this is where Christian Bale got his Batman voice from?
Ooh, Sancho. Maybe.
I need you to keep talking so I can change all of these Ravens to Raidens. My notes.
please. I hope you don't. I hope you miss the view.
I'm going to forget that.
The director, he credits Christopher Lambert for smoothing over his first job on a big movie. He was really, really thankful for him because Lambert was so used to doing big Hollywood movies that it was just kind of a breeze for him, and he was really laid back, and he was a positive attitude on set. Like everybody kind of loved him. Ed Boon, who was the co-creator of the original video game, admitted that Lambert did a great job despite not being Asian like the character is supposed to be.
Oh, okay. There's a con.
He was the most expensive actor on set, and the production could only afford him for a few weeks of like close-ups, and then a stand-in would have to be used for like the wide shots in Thailand. But Lambert believed that the movie would be better if it was him all the time. So he showed up to Thailand on his own dime so that it would be better. He even paid for the wrap party. Lambert did.
I think that Christopher Lambert in general,
What's his name?
Lambert,
Thank you.
outside of the context of this movie, sounds like a very good person.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he needs to work on his own accent.
Again, what his own accent. Again, there was a lot of ad lib. So, and I believe that includes him.
Can we get to Johnny Cage and all of his fucking luggage? Are we there yet?
Yeah, we'll get to that. Okay, so Liu Kang is like, I'm going to the tournament and you can suck my shorts if you don't like it. And then Johnny Cage gets a lesson in racism.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so first of all, this bitch shows up with 27 pieces of luggage.
Yeah, you want to judge that. Fascinating.
Yeah. And then he's like, hey, buddy, when the boat comes, take care of these. I pay you money. You put on boat. That's what he said in this movie.
You know why?
Because he's a racist fuck?
No, he said that way to Liu Kang
Yeah.
because he had seen the telegram from earlier. And he thought... he just thought that that's how that guy operated.
Get the fuck out of here.
Liu Kang, I have money. Bring luggage. Johnny Cage.
You know this is some racist shit right here.
I don't know anything about that. What I know is that it was somebody improv that line. I think it was Johnny Cage. It was like, I'm glad I didn't ask him to park the car. That was him. That wasn't written. Wasn't that fun?
Nope.
An extremely inconspicuous boat shows up to take them all to the tournament. And then Kano baits Sonya to get on the ship. And then she bumps to Johnny Cage and immediately sticks a gun against his throat. And then she says, of course, where's Kano?
She chews up every scene like me at a queso bar.
Where is the queso bar?
She's like,
but seriously, where's a queso bar?
We were there before this. She's like Pac-Man with lines.
And
And then a ghost is all of us.
I love the where's Kano's. I wish he would have used it more. You know what it's like? It's like, where's Ricky from Girls Just Want to Have Fun? Where is that Ricky?
Where's Ricky?
Where's Kano? Where is that Kano? Shang Tsung introduces us to the most incredible badasses, Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
They're like, we're here.
And Sonya's like, where's Kano?
They're like, what the fuck, man? My name is Scorpion.
Okay,
And Sub-Zero.
get over here. I don't know where Kano is. Scorpion and Sub-Zero try a little fuckery, but then Raiden shows up to put an end to that shit. And Raiden's like, to Johnny Cage and Liu Kang and Sonya Blade, he's like, come with me, and then zaps out of there. So I don't think he thought that request through.
He's like, the essence of Mortal Kombat is not about death but life. But it's called Mortal Kombat, so one would assume that it is actually about death.
Back to life.
Back to reality.
Back to the place of the rain. Back to life. Where's Kano? Raiden explains what Mortal Kombat is, and I sure hope you don't expect me to explain it, because I don't think I can.
The essence of Mortal Kombat is about death, but not about death but life. It's that nonsense.
Yeah, you gotta be alive.
But again, it's called Mortal Kombat.
You're fighting for your You're combating for your mortality.
And everyone loses.
Not everyone.
All the ones, except for one.
Yeah,
I think that's how that tournament works.
lots of people lived in the end.
What one is the
Loneliest number?
but yes, of course, but also what they're going for.
Singular sensation?
Yes, but also one heartbeat is the only heartbeat that's left.
That's not true.
That's the goal of this.
Uh-huh.
And to become the winner, you have to kill everyone. So,
Yeah, so it's about life.
so the purpose of Mortal Kombat is that once in a generation, all of these people come together
Yes.
for a death party.
A death party.
Yeah, and then one person lives at the end, and then everyone else dies.
It sounds like musical chairs.
But with your pulse,
But musical chairs.
right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that sounds fun. And it's combat with a K. I think that sounds delightful.
Really, you would do this?
Yes.
You'd be like,
I would.
"Come on, guys! I've got some cinnamon rolls. Let's just, talk this one out." You would lure them with baked goods, and then when they're in the tournament, they're like, "Well, we can't kill this bitch, because who else is going to give us the shit?"
That's exactly correct.
I know. You would be the winner.
I know my worth.
Yes.
Mortal Kombat!
Yeah.
Where's Kano? The tournament officially begins with what looks like basically the dark mark in the sky.
I know what the... Jesus Christ.
So sorry.
Just because J.K. Rowling has lost her goddamn mind doesn't mean I have.
She did lose her
Let's not
goddamn
talk about
mind. I absolutely love that Sonya is trying to use her walkie-talkie here.
And then she just throws it down. Like, who's going to pick that up?
That's worthless.
Boom.
It's biodegradable. I saw it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And nothing is biodegradable in the 90s except for Coke.
They are on the island. Was that you?
My ankle.
Oh, fuck.
Just breathed and shit started popping. I would be great in this tournament.
I was about to say, I don't feel good about your chances.
They'd be like, what the fuck is that?
Goro starts to go. It's like, here, pop, 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 pop. Like,
He'd be like, no thank you.
was that your arm?
Yeah, motherfucker.
Have you thought about some calcium?
Have a banana.
You're supposed to have 10 milligrams every day. I don't know. I don't think any of this is correct.
Ty's going to listen to this and he's just going to be like, that's, okay, so our last episode, I don't know what we were talking about, but we were trying to figure someone out. We were like, is it Paul Bunyan? Is it? And he's like, how do you guys not know this?
Oh my God.
He was getting so agitated.
They are on the island now, and thank God, because I am ready for some fighting. And Liu Kang spots Princess Katana.
She's just super hot chick just chilling on a rock over there.
Yeah, she is. Homegirl's 10,000 years old, and she looks fabulous.
And Asian Sardom Numpsy is lurking around like an egg fart.
There's also extremely, extremely good CGI'd reptile. Yeah.
The special effects are not special in this movie.
Extra special. They tried so hard.
Who?
This CGI director.
Prove it.
All right, I shall. Did you look at reptile?
Yeah.
Did you look at Scorpion's, like, sneaky, like, get over here?
I'm a snake.
Snake. At dinner, Shang Tsung's guys give a demonstration, which is super cool. And then we get our first flawless victory.
No! He's like, here's a taste of what's to come. And then these assholes come in and waste a bunch of food. Like, here's a taste of what's to come, but you can't have anything because we threw all the fucking food on the floor.
Here's a taste, but not a taste.
Not literally.
A metaphorical taste.
And here, I have a legitimate question here.
Oh, okay.
So Kano is eating a turkey leg? Why is it so shiny?
Because it was appropriately basted.
You're appropriately basted.
Damn right. Shang Tsung has a master baster on his staff.
I'd like to sign up for that role. My name's Katrina. I'm the master baster.
Hello. What is your name? Katrina Porter. Are you here for the tournament or for the master baster position? The master baster?
Like, look at this face. You know what I'm here for.
Have you seen this? I think you know the answer. Kano and Goro are hanging out and they're chitty-chatting with Shang Tsung, and that's when he's eating that turkey leg. Like it's the Renaissance Festival.
Shiny, shiny turkey leg.
Delicious. They're having an old-fashioned exposition dump party. Where Shang Tsung is like telling us everything we need to know.
Everything.
I didn't write down any of it, so I can't tell you what.
Of course not.
Hey, guess what? It's time for our first fight. And just Johnny Cage and Liu Kang and Sonya take on a whole bunch of Shang Tsung's guys. And then Raiden shows up and he's a real silly goose. He's like, but what about those guys over there? He tells them that fighting Shang Tsung is going to be especially difficult because he's got the power of captured souls. And Liu Kang is the first one up to bat for Mortal Kombat. Hey, Sonya gets her wish.
To fight Kano.
She's like, where's Kano? Oh, there he is. And she takes him down pretty easily because she does that leg lock thing. And Shang Tsung's like, see?
Ayo.
That's why I want her. Johnny Cage gets to fight against Scorpion in an orchard. And I love an orchard fight.
Listen, I don't completely understand what this means. But I know it's important because I do have in my notes
Yes.
that Scorpion is mean to his snake hand. He's like, get over here.
Yes. Oh, by the way, the voice of Scorpion is the voice of the co-creator of the game. It's not Ed Wood, but it's something like that. So I'm going to say Ed Wood.
Okay, when he rips off his face, I almost pissed myself.
And it's just a skeleton.
Right. Like, wasn't he way more terrifying with the face on?
He took his face off.
Right. I was like, ah.
I love it. He follows him into a portal and they fight on a bunch of like super sketchy bridges. And then in a shocking twist, Scorpion removes his mask and he's just a fucking skull with laser eyes and like breathes fire.
Oh my, I was dying.
I was too. It's like, this movie is amazing.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, flawless victory. And then Johnny takes him out and that motherfucker explodes. So how about that?
Ridiculous.
Hey, it's time for Liu Kang's next fight. And oh no, it's the 10,000-year-old super mega hot Princess Katana.
The fight between Lou and Katanya reminds me of the tennis match from Bridesmaids.
Do they Katanya?
Whatever her name is. Katanya. What's her name?
Katanya?
Katanya. That's what I wrote down.
Is it really?
Katana.
Oh, Katana is correct.
Okay.
Not Katanya.
Okay. Well, she's always going to be Katanya to me. She reminds me of the tennis match from Bridesmaids. Like, I've seen better fighting in a Tampax commercial.
Yeah, she's just there to give him some information.
Mm-hmm.
She tells him to win his next match, he needs to use the element that brings life. You know, she probably just said, hey, use water. Hey, your next match, just make sure you've got some water on hand.
Yeah. Okay, it's one of the elements, not...
Piss? 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 Piss?
It reminded me of Macklemore. Smells like R. Kelly sheets. Piss.
Oh my god.
But it was 99 cents.
Boy, that was popular for a minute, wasn't it? The match has stopped, but he immediately begins another fight with Sub-Zero, thank God, because he just got all that information. And once the fighting starts in this movie, it doesn't really let up, which is exactly what you want with a Mortal Kombat movie.
Question.
Yo.
Why does Sub-Zero always point to his junk when he's making icicles?
That's what I point to when I'm making icicles.
You point to your vagine?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because I've really, really, really lost control of this sentence.
Your vagine is cold as ice?
It is cold as ice. Fuck no. Sub-Zero is about to ice Liu Kang, but then Liu Kang sees a bucket of water, and that's the element that brings life, obviously.
Right.
And it's time for Goro to fight off camera, and then on camera, he kills Art, who, by the way, is a guy that the heroes meet, and they befriend him. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Paul W.S. Anderson did the Resident Evil.
Oh, you were right.
Yeah, he did something with it for sure.
I was for sure that was not correct.
Okay, so this has nothing to do with the scene at hand, but it is something that I wrote down because I thought it was going to be important enough.
Okay.
According to the guy who plays Johnny Cage, Lyndon Ashby.
The only I have this bitch. That's what I call him through all my notes.
This bitch.
This bitch.
He's on Teen Wolf. He's on the TV show Teen Wolf. Okay, so according to him, the medic that was on set also acted as like a set security guard, and he took his job really seriously. Because when Tom Cruise happened to be in the area and he came over because he wanted to take a look at the set, the medic was like, fuck off, and kicked Tom Cruise off the set. Oh, here it is. It's not, what did I say earlier? Ed Wood? No, it's Ed Boon. I was real close.
Different things.
Okay.
I noticed Raiden gets way closer to Sonya than any of the others. Like, he always stands really close to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
wait.
I'm French.
Do you know who was originally going to be Raiden?
No. Liam Neeson.
Sean Connery. That's who. Well, that's who they wanted.
Jesus Christ, he's the Steven Spielberg of actors.
Well, he turned it down. So they're like,
because he was doing Time Bandits.
This was 1995.
Okay. What about that October movie?
The Hunt for the Red October?
Yeah. That was the 90s, right?
92 maybe?
Okay.
I don't know. That sounds correct because I'm saying it.
That had heartthrob Denzel Washington in it.
The Hunt for the Red October?
No, it didn't.
No.
It had
Alec Baldwin. Shooter. While we're on the, you're not going to fucking believe this. Guess who else was considered for Raiden?
Who?
This is the last person in the world you'd think of.
Okay, Bob Barker.
No, that would have been more likely.
Okay, Ronald Reagan.
No, I'll give you one more guess. I'll say this. Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
The last person I would think would be Julia Roberts.
Okay. It was Danny Glover.
I wish it would have been Samuel L. Jackson. I'm bringing the motherfucking thunder.
Yes, they deserve to die.
And I'm glad they're dead.
Oh, I can tell you that Jax in this movie, I guess that would have been her partner in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
It was originally going to be Michael J. White. You know.
Oh, okay. But do you know who plays Jax in the remake?
In the new movie, it's Eggs.
Yeah, from True Blood.
Oof, yes, it was. Raiden tells Johnny and Sonya and Lou what their fears are. What would Raiden say your fear is?
Well, you know I don't like spiders.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't like spiders or snakes.
Spiders or snakes?
No.
Why you say it like that?
Because that song, I don't like spiders and snakes.
We've already discussed what my biggest fear is. You know, sharks, open water, balloons, lightning. Johnny's stupid ass decides to fight Goro, which Shang Tsung agrees to because he's like, fine, then I can fight whomever I want, wherever I want, for the final battle. And Raiden doesn't love this shit until Johnny walks away, and Raiden's like, good, you dumb bitch, that's exactly what I wanted.
I know that somebody eventually teabags low-rent Scorpion. Like fake Scorpion. I think it's Johnny Cage just teabags him.
You mean when he died?
Yeah.
That was like 20 minutes ago.
It's in my notes right here.
Uh-oh. Is this what you were talking about, where your notes were kind of all over the place?
Maybe. Is this where, like, Sonya, she's went through, glamour shots?
Oh my god.
And she's got Bret Michaels hair?
Oh my god, it was so funny. I just about spit out my drink. And I'm like, no, not my drink. Goro destroys Johnny's sunglasses. And that pissed him off because he's like...
Those were $500 sunglasses, asshole.
And then he drop kicks Goro off a cliff. And then Shang Tsung, that sneaky little snake...
I'm a snake.
takes Sonya to another realm to fight. And then Johnny and Lou go to the Outworld, and it is a real shithole. Reptile is there with them in the Outworld and battles Lou, and he loses, obviously. And then he turns into like a bunch of bugs or whatever.
Oh, wait.
And then Shang Tsung, that dirty bird, has Sonya tied up in a little dress and wild in hair.
Okay, I've got gross. Worms and shit are falling all over the place.
Yeah. And out of the thing that used to be Reptile.
Luke Cage does not take anything seriously. He's like, nice dress.
Did you just call him Luke Cage?
No.
I think you did.
Not only did I call him that.
Oh, no, you did not have that in your notes.
That's what I have written in my
Oh, boy.
notes. Luke Cage is not his name.
Those are two different people.
One's a good actor.
Which one?
The person who plays Luke Cage in the series. Because that's Mahershala Ali.
Oh, you say Luke Cage?
Right.
Okay, so I thought you were combining Lou, like Liu Kang, and Johnny Cage. So Lou Cage.
Nope, I had written Luke Cage.
Wowzers.
That was Mahershala Ali, right?
Luke Cage?
Uh-huh.
No. On the TV show Luke Cage?
Yeah.
No.
You sure?
No.
No, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I am wrong.
Yeah. At one point, Shang Tsung gets a look like he gets hit, and he has that look like...
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
So he summons the souls that he's stolen, and one of the souls is Lou's brother, and that's fucked up.
That's the end of my notes there.
You know what's funny? It's also the end of my notes, so I'm going to have to do the rest of this movie from memory. So, then Lou's brother shows up, but not really, but it's he magics him. Mm-hmm. He does like some little deceptory. And Liu Kang's like, you're not my brother. And then, if I remember correctly, he is able to like push Shang Tsung's ass onto some spikes that showed up on the ground. I'm pretty sure that happened.
Yeah, so, like, even with the 10,000 souls or whatever, it didn't seem that difficult for Luke Cage to kill, what's his name?
Liu Kang, and because he was the chosen one. So he kills him, and then the souls are free, I think. And then, let's see, and then they hug it out. They all hug it out.
Did Sonya get to keep her hair in the dress?
Of course she did.
Okay.
And they're all celebrating, and then the Emperor's like, not so fast. This is still going on.
Isn't Raven still talking about some nonsense?
Raiden.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, here we go again. And then it ends with, and that is the end of our movie.
It's done. Yes. It's over now.
Whee! I didn't mention that the guy that played Scorpion, his name is Chris Casamassa, which is a great name.
That is a cool name.
He was actually just hired to work as a stunt ninja.
Oh.
And they're like, man, you good.
So can you take your face off?
And they're like, in.
This movie, if you go into this movie and just want to be entertained,
Yeah.
then you'll be entertained. This movie is so good.
Oh, hey, I do know one thing for sure.
Whoa.
I don't know what his name is. I'm very, very sorry about that. But the guy that plays Kano, where's Kano? Okay, so he originally, I think the character might be Asian. I'm pretty sure it's Asian in the game. But then they hired this guy for whatever reason. They thought he was good. They're
He's
like,
white.
because they were like, he's just Australian, obviously.
Yeah, because they care about accents in this movie.
Yeah, apparently they didn't because he's not actually Australian. He has a Cockney accent. It's just that nobody could identify it.
Yikes.
So they changed Kano's entire storyline in the games to Australian.
Oh.
Right. And that actor, even after that, was like, yeah, I'm Australian. Even though he's definitely not. He never was.
But he just goes with it?
He definitely went with it.
Okay.
Yeah. They went with it. He went with it. But no, it's a Cockney accent.
I don't know if this is controversial or not. I liked the Mortal Kombat movie that came out the last year or two. I really liked it.
I liked it a lot.
I thought the guy who played Kano was hilarious.
Yes, he was. He was great.
Yeah.
He actually is Australian. Yeah, I really, really, really love this movie. It's just, I think, like you said earlier, I wanted to watch it immediately after watching it. I wanted to watch it again. And that soundtrack is banging.
It's so good.
I love it. So, Katrina, we can't really talk about, I don't think we're going to say what movies we're going to do next, but we are going into October, so they're going to be of the spooky variety, right?
Yes.
A little bit spooky?
We're going to take a little bit of liberty with what might be considered a Halloween movie or spooky movie.
I am really excited for it.
It's going to be fun. We're going to have fun with it.
We don't do a whole lot of horror movies because it's just kind of not our... It's not...
Well,
I like a lot of horror movies. I like a lot of horror movies.
I don't like jump scares at all.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all.
No, you do not.
The only remotely close to jump scare that I'll take is in the best movie ever made, Silence of the Lambs. And that's towards the end when he puts the... Anyway, we'll do that one. But
Oh, yeah.
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 And she's checking all the doors. Anyway.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't love jump scares, but I really do love a horror movie. I just need to know exactly what's going to happen before it happens. Do you want to hear about anything specific?
There's not a ton of them, but I want to hear what your favorite movie based on a video game is.
Yeah, I like that. You can get a hold of us extremely easily. We are at Split Happens Pod on all of the socials, and splithappenspod.com is our website. This was amazing as always, and I will see you next time, Katrina.
Bye, on the stream.
Bye, Katrina Porter. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody.